know what, it's a really nice day in Liverpool today. We only nipped out to go to the supermarket, but while I'm here I just thought I'd show you a couple of things. Now that next street down to the left, that's called Royal Street, and down at the end of there was the first Isaac Epstein and Sons furniture store, and they lived, so Brian Epstein's grandfather ended up living in this area. I'm going to take you around, show that you where Brian's granddad lived, and also Paul McCartney's first ever home. Okay, so it's Easter Saturday in Liverpool, in the world, I think, and it's nice and sunny. So what we're going to do is to turn right, and that takes us just past a gorgeous park that's linked to Paul McCartney. So there's a few photographs of Paul with his brother Michael at various different ages actually in this park, which is called Stanley Park. Directly in front of you, you'll be able to see a stadium in a moment that's blue, and that's the stadium of Everton Football Club. So you know we've got two teams in Liverpool, Liverpool and Everton are just down at the end of the way there. Now Stanley Park separates the two, and Stanley Park was named after the same Lord Stanley of Stanley Cup fame. So you've got a hockey reference there, which I don't know an awful lot about, but I know some of you are really into it. So there's the park, Stanley Park, to the left, where Paul used to hang out when he was living close by here. More likely when he lived in a high-rise block just behind us on the Everton Brow, called Sir Thomas White Gardens. Funny enough, I've just bumped into Jean Catherall, who also lived there for a while. We bumped into each other in the supermarket. So hi Jean, it was lovely to see you. But along here, this is real hallowed ground for some people, and so a lot of you have been missing Anfield. So I'll show you, we drive by Anfield, but what we'll see now, just coming up to the left, is Epstein House, see? And I think I can just turn this one round actually, I've got it on a bit of a swivel. So, just, I'll have to take it out, hang on a minute. Excuse me, sorry that was a bit messy then, but that's Epstein House. That's the home that Brian Epstein's grandparents lived in, and no doubt Brian visited. So you can see Brian Samuel Epstein, now a hotel. So here we are, back to the car view. And for those of you who are huge big fans, and I know there are many of you, it's Twizzy this round so you get a better view. Okay, we're gonna see Anfield now. There's no traffic behind me, so look at the wonderful graffiti around here. I'm gonna swivvy this right round. You can't see me, but you can see the great graffiti around here. And now you'll see, there you go, here I am. And here we have, oh look, I'll just stay silent for a minute and let you take it all in. There's Liverpool Football Club, featuring You'll Never Walk Alone, of course. So for some of you, this is absolute hallowed ground because of the football, but for others, because it's where Paul McCartney did his gig the year that Liverpool was the capital of culture in June of 2008. That was one of the best gigs I've ever seen Paul do. And when he stood up to the crowd, he said, hey, I used to live around here, you know. He said, I was born just down the road and I used to live around here. I know that because I've done it. I've said it so many times. There's a car behind me, but look above the gates there. I'm going to go slow. It says You'll Never Walk Alone. But let's now head to Sunbury Road, and you'll see just how close it was where Paul lived as a baby, as a newborn baby. So this was probably the first home that is, see me again, this is probably the first home that his mum and dad shared together. They rented rooms in number 10 Sunbury Road, and I do this on the Here There Everywhere tour, or anything above just the regular Ticket to Ride tour on my website. Then we do come here, this is part of the longer tours, but we do come to number 10 Sunbury Road. because it's so important. Paul McCartney lived here, the very first home. So the thing is, he lived in so many other homes in Liverpool that you know, it's you can pick and choose, I suppose. And the one people think of the most is Fourth Lynn Road, but his first ever home was right here. So I'm going to jump out the car and show you number 10 Sunbury Road, the home that Paul lived in when he was just a teeny tiny baby. So here we go. You can hear me car keys jangling, I'll keep hold of them. And this is it. Number 10. The home that Paul lived in until he was about 10 months old maybe. They lived in so many different houses, they were a bit nomadic of course, but this was wartime and they moved around because of both Mary's jobs and Jim's job. There we are, a little bit breezy, but it's a nice day in Liverpool, so just thought I'd show you because I was out here this way anyway. Gotta get home because my ice cream's melting. Bye everyone.